right, we're running on audio.
Great. Check.
Try that again.
Check.
Much better.
All right, so let me try this thing.
Yeah, we got a couple folks just enjoying watching us try to get our shit together.
Oh, it smells awful.
It smells awful. It tastes worse. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
It's really gross, right?
That is like I was expecting just like bad beer, you know?
No, it's
this
horrible.
This is vomitous.
It's fucking horrible.
I don't think I can fit. Oh my god.
It's really bad.
It really does taste like cucumber, and I fucking hate cucumber.
Dude, they all taste bad. Like for me, it's not even like the
Italian dressing I can put on that.
It's
Maybe
not
I
even
chug
like
it
the
down.
hint of. It's just like it
No,
tastes
that's full on.
It tastes like fucking chemicals to
like
me. Like to me, it just tastes like I'm drinking something that will turn me into either a super soldier or a super dead person.
Tastes like getting fucked in the ass by a cucumber. Oh my god, that's awful.
It's really bad, right?
Like I'm gonna
See, we're close enough friends to where I thought I should share this horrible experience with you.
Why the fuck?
All right, so let's actually get a show going. You ready?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so this will be like our start of the show. Oh fuck, are we supposed to fucking play?
Oh.
My chanter's behind you.
I didn't even bring my channel.
Fucking cunt.
I can pretend.
Okay, hold on. It's been so long since we didn't have someone else playing for us.
I prefer that. Well, no, with that chanter. That chanter sounds like this thing tastes. That low A is so out of tune.
Well, I didn't tune it in the 3 seconds between when you handed it to me and I played it. In defense. Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. Welcome to episode 160 of the Chan Rant Podcast. With me, as always, is my bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fusco. Although with me is a strong fucking term.
Hey, I'm here. I'm present and accounted for.
Present. It's always fun when
I'm not
I
sure
get
if that's me.
when I get the text message like 10 minutes after we were supposed to go live. They're like, "I'll be there in 5."
Come on. That hasn't happened in a while.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you breaking our stuff?
I need it closer.
Anyway, listeners can review the show on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, wherever your podcasts are delivered. You can send us emails and voicemails. We play it on air. You can call in at a number that I forgot. So if you could pull that up at some point and let me know what the number is.
Sure.
Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanterate store at chanterate.com, where we have 2 new pieces of merch. We have the embroidered Chanter logo hat and the embroidered Chanter logo beanie.
The beanie's pretty cool. Just in time for summer.
They both look dope.
Unless you're a skateboarder, then you'll be fine.
Well, if you want to look like you fuck, you'll buy these. Oh, we didn't do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is an explicit show. Fuck.
There you go.
Yeah. This episode brought to you by our patrons, those lovely people at patreon.com/Chanterant who are watching this live. And we have an annual membership for 10% off.
We do?
Yeah, last but not least, please, for fuck's sake, invite and share with your friends.
Yeah.
Fuck, even open. Hey, Fusco.
Yes, Josh.
You know what really delays my podcast by a half hour?
What's that, Josh?
Fucking having a co-host that is so shithouse the night before and has lost the hours between being passed out on my floor at 3 o'clock in the morning to whenever the fuck you left. I have no idea when you
Was I here
snuck
last night?
out. Yeah. How hard did you black out?
I remember almost
You
nothing.
should not have a car. This is all going to be fucking like admitted evidence in a trial one day.
So, wait. I remember going to Huntridge and you arriving. That's about the last thing I remember.
Jesus Christ.
And then, so we came here?
No, not intentionally. You were supposed to go home.
And then I came here.
Yeah, I found you with the engine running asleep in your car
Really?
out across the street from my house.
Wow. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, and then
home.
you fucking came in and ate potato chips like a fucking bear scooping honey out of a fucking jar.
You have potato chips? Can I have some now?
I bought them for you, asshole. We
did?
Yeah, fucking went to HT, and I was like, hey, I'm going to drive you home.
Oh,
so I took you to the 7-Eleven. I got Powerade, Red Bull, and potato chips. And I was like, take this. I'm going to like hold this bag, and I'm going to take you home. And you were like, fucking what? Off into the night. And I was like, oh, well, he's just going to take himself home. Okay, cool.
Did I like run? Like, where did I go?
You fucking went to you fucking went to a thing, bleep, like to a...
Oh, really?
Yeah, the kind of thing that we don't want to admit too much on air. It's going to get you in trouble. And then I was
Sounds like a fun night.
I was like, all right, like he went home, cool, no worries. Nope. I came home, you were fucking asleep in a running car in front of my house. Like not in front of my house, in front of my neighbor's house. I was like, all right, dickhead, like you need to come in now. like someone's gonna call the authorities.
Sounds like I had fun. I don't know.
Oh my god, I have pictures. I'll show you.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have pictures of you passed out on the floor.
Oh god, that's not good.
Well, so you might need to slow your roll, bud. I don't know where that goes into the flow of the show, but you might need to fucking slow down.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe do a 30-day
before you kill yourself or someone else. Yeah. But anyway,
I'll think about it.
Thanks to Isla and Ross, our two most recent guests. I realized we did not thank Ross on the Isla episode, to my knowledge. I still have to edit that. But Ross Miller, his new book came out. It looks fucking dope. Mm-hmm. Praise be to whoever did the cover artwork. I usually hate cover artwork on books because it's usually trash. Whoever did this one actually did a very good job. And you know me, I'm very particular when it comes to aesthetics.
I'm expecting mine in the mail any day.
Yeah, I just I need things to look good.
Well, it's the same as his cover album. The cover is of his album.
Right? Turn your microphone to where you're talking into it.
Yeah,
there you
trying
go.
to look at this at the same time.
But yeah, no, it looks really good. I'm a fucking fan. I'm a fan of Ross. I'm a fan of the book. And whoever you are out there that designed this, it doesn't look like shit, which is better than you can say for 99% of piping books. Like the 4 you just got in the mail that look like trash.
Yeah, they're they're Pibroch Society books, which should be pretty good. You would think.
For the money people pay.
Yeah, for the money you pay for these? Like, it's like...
It looks like a redacted government document on fluoride from 1965.
It looks exactly like a government document. Yeah, like, this is the 9/11 papers.
In Pibroch form.
Exactly. But Rouse's book looks bomb, dude.
17 bars of saying inside job.
I can't wait to see this in person.
Speaking of an inside job, Prince Philip is dead. Get fucked.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Like, okay. And this may like pander out into a larger topic. I mean, because it's a grab bag, so we don't really know what's going to go on.
Nope.
But I would just like to say to everyone out there that listens to this show or is watching this broadcast, being affiliated with piping, being a piper or drummer or affiliated with bands or affiliated with the Highland Games or anything like that, does not make you a fucking subject of the British monarchy, right? Like, why the fuck do you care?
That's a great question.
I saw so many people like on Instagram, the fucking Joe Brady's of the world on Instagram being like, well, rip Prince Philip. I'm like, why? Who gives a fuck? Like, why do you care as an American pipe band about a foreign, never to be king?
Right.
Like, why do you give a shit? It has nothing to do with you.
Would it get the same reaction if it was the Prince of Saudi Arabia dying?
Fuck no, dude. Right? And there's pipe bands there too. Like, what the fuck?
I don't understand it. But it I bet you it ties into that same whole thing about like people wearing, bagpipes in their family history, and they got to tell us 17 ways how they're related to Robert Bruce or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean that man must have fucked more than Andy Fusco, because apparently everybody's related to him.
Everybody in the entire country of the United States is related to.
But it's like, why can't you? And on a more serious note, right? Like, why can't you celebrate? If you're a piper or drummer, the fucking roots of this instrument here.
Right. Why
Like,
is it?
it's got deep roots in the United States, right? Like so, and in Canada, and in fucking Mexico, and in fucking Australia.
Right. But
So it's like some fucking old, some 99-year-old dude whose son was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, like, dies, right? And all of a sudden, all the pipe bands are like, oh, well, he did a lot for us. Like, no, he fucking didn't.
Well, they weren't killed.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
That dude,
I don't know what he did.
That dude's claim to fame is his parents were royalty when they fucked.
Right. Who are his parents? I don't even know.
Who cares?
Or did he just marry into it? I don't even know.
Yeah, like I was like, for fuck's sake, like, okay, well, it's the Duke in Edinburgh. I was like, cool. Who gives a fuck? It's a fucking old dude that died.
Yeah.
What is like this is a fucking mentality in the Highland Games circuit and the pipe band circuit that I will never understand. Where it's like, to celebrate this heritage, right? We have to somehow pretend like the people that are in charge in Scotland or in England give a fuck about you, which they don't, right? You can still celebrate music without being like a subject to the Queen.
Well, unless you're in Canada or Australia, and you're technically a subject to the Queen.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Yeah. Well, don't live in a country with a fucking monarch. Well, actually, fuck that. Let's get a monarch because they have healthcare. So
That's true.
I'd take a monarch.
if it got us healthcare, hell yeah.
Dude, if it got me a little buck off my dentist trips, like I'd take a monarch. Mm-hmm. Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe, like, look at all these countries that it's like, oh, like, well, if I get sick, I just go to the doctor and it doesn't, my taxes pay for it. Like, maybe we got it wrong.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like, fuck, dude, like, I just think that we need to create, or we don't even need to create it because it's already there. People need to recognize that there is an original heritage here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
With piping and drumming, with Highland Games, like, fuck, dude. Like, do you think that like the fucking Duke of Salisbury steak in a pocket like gives a shit about what happens at like the Vegas Highland Games? No.
Well, of course not. But what about the broader mentality of people that Americans in particular? I remember Graham used to talk about this once in a while about how Americans love to tell you like what their background is as opposed to just being Americans, versus like,
which is insane,
I'm Irish and Italian or whatever the fuck, whatever you are, Swedish and wherever. 400 years ago, somebody moved here from wherever.
Fuck, it's so horrible.
It is. I don't think I can do it either. I don't think I can do it.
But yeah, no, I think that's, it's like this, everyone's from somewhere else mentality. It's like, yeah, but like, I always love it when I see Scottish Twitter is amazing. I don't know if you follow a lot of Scottish people on Twitter, but
not really.
Scottish Twitter is gold. And I always love it when there's like you fucking Americans like all super excited to be like, oh, we're Scottish, we're Irish, we're this, like blah 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 blah. It's like, no, you're fucking American. Like,
yeah,
get used to it.
I don't understand the fascination with it, but hey, whatever.
I just don't understand the like. Maybe it's just because we become a culture of such uninteresting people that we have to define ourselves.
Well, yeah, that's humanity in general.
By the exploits of others.
Yeah, that's humanity in general, though. You could, like, everybody's trying to be part of something. They're all, it's tribalism at best.
I still remember we had a fucking clan chief one year at our event, and so we had this was the first time we had like a fucking literal Scottish clan chief. The AGM was happening. Like, this guy came in, nicest fucking dude in the history of time. He was so much fun. Just fucking, 60-year-old Scottish guy and all of his garb and all that stuff. He's like, oh, fucking Las Vegas, look at this. The people who were the Americans running that AGM and like associated with that clan were the most horrible cunts in the history of time when it came to just like getting basic things done. Like, you would have thought that God himself was visiting our event. And they were a nightmare from booking their AGM all the way through the event. They told us constantly what a failure we were and how we didn't, we didn't take enough care and give enough reverence to this guy who had come from Scotland that they'd flown in for all this stuff. And then I just sat down and hung out with the guy. He had a great fucking time. He was so stoked. I was like, all right. So have you even fucking talked to him? Because I talked to him.
So I'm confused. You're surprised that people are cunts? Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's just like what ground do you have to stand on? So okay, let's say like this reverence for Scottish heritage thing, right? Okay, so now you have a group of Americans who do their little clan society thing to celebrate their heritage, which, okay, that's cool. Like, we have a lot of them. That's no worries there. No problem. Fucking utterly being Karens to the organizers of the event and the volunteer. I mean, they were shitty to my t-shirt. They were shitty to everyone. Like, they were just fucking assholes to every single person that was there.
Did they wear feathers in their bonnets? Like in their caps?
No, they were just assholes.
Oh, okay.
They wore their fucking asses on their sleeve is what they wore. and then it's all in reverence, right, to this guy that's coming over from Scotland who had a fantastic time and was the coolest motherfucker that you'd ever met. And I'm like, guys, like, and they're still chewing me out Sunday night, chewing me out for how I failed everything, blah blah blah. And then the dude comes over, who's the fucking clan chieftain, and he's like, "Oh, Josh," and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
How did they react to that?
They were just flabbergasted. I'm like, have you guys ever considered just like treating this as like a fucking person and making sure they have a good time? This is a guy on vacation.
Yeah, I mean,
essentially at the end of the day, because he's like, oh, like I'm chief, blah 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 of such and such. I'm not going to out the clan, but they know who they are if any of you listen. But I was like, yeah, like I'm not gonna, I was like, all right, cool. I'm Josh. I'm a volunteer that does the games. Are you having fun? He's like, yeah. I was like, do you need anything? You need a whiskey or something? He's like, yeah, I'll have a whiskey. I was like, cool. Let's go have a whiskey in the VIP. Like, let's,
Was it Clan Hay?
No, it wasn't.
No. I hate those people. No, I'm just kidding.
But I was just like, dude, like he had a great time, and you guys spent the entire weekend fretting and fussing over nonsense because of this reverence.
They wanted to impress him or feel special in some way.
Yeah, and like, guess what? Like, you didn't fucking impress him. We did.
Right.
Our event fucking impressed the shit out of him. He had a great time. He's like, when can I come back? I was like, fuck, when you want to. Like, can you not bring the rest of your ensemble? It's like, bro, if you want to come back, we'll hang, because he had a fucking phenomenal time.
Well, I don't know. People are idiots. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that.
It's just that reverence, dude. Like, I don't understand it. Nothing is sacred, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but a lot of people think that, especially older generations.
And especially if you're a fucking American, like,
especially if you're in Joe Brady's generation, you have a reverence for tradition and history.
The 1800s generation. Is that Joe Brady? It's like, nothing like. Why? What the fuck are you doing? You're like holding this like religious adherence to a culture that doesn't fucking know you exist, for one, and two, doesn't give a shit about you. So why not make your own thing? Like, why not just be like, hey, I could join the fucking. I got offered to join like my clan's Clan McDonald, right?
Sure.
There's like a Clan McDonald of Nevada, like it's mostly in northern Nevada, all that. And like, oh, like you should sign up with us and we can do these events and do these newsletters and all that stuff. And I was like, why? I have no interest in this. Like, my clan is a tartan that I wear based on people who fucked way before me.
Yeah, and absolutely nothing to do with this other than coincidence.
And 90% of the time I'm wearing my state tartan anyway.
That's a good question, man. I don't know. Like the same thing with like St. Andrews wants us to join, or whatever group in town always wants us to be joined. I'm like, I just don't care. Like, none of this matters to me.
And it's so different from bands, right? And I feel like bands could be the catalyst here, because when you look at a band, it's a lot of people who want to celebrate their heritage by doing something,
right?
Or when you look at a fucking when you look at a fucking games, you look at games. It's a bunch of people who want to celebrate heritage that they have, that they share, by like, let's throw an event. And then you get like these cultural organizations, I'm doing air quotes for the audio audience, and it's like, well, we're going to celebrate our heritage by meeting weekly or monthly, and that's our celebration, because we're all going to get together and we're going to tell a boring ass story, and then we're all going to go home, and we've done justice to our heritage. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, it's the same as any
fuck to save your species
social group. Like, hey, why else gather? Like, let's find this thing we have in common, which is, I mean, arguably dumb, but either way, it's a thing that they have in common. So let's use this as a reason to get together.
Episode
with other
title: arguably dumb. I love it. I love it. And don't get me wrong, it is stupid reasons, right? Like, I'm going in circles here because I've been fucking pre-gaming for 3 hours while you were late. But, like, for fuck's sake, what are you bringing to the equation? I talked to you last night about, and you're not going to remember this because you blacked the fuck out.
I don't remember anything.
But I talked to you last night about, like, okay, we have all these disparate Celtic-ish groups in our immediate area.
Yeah.
And the whole point of the Celtic Society is to bring all these people to the table.
Right.
That's the move, right? Celebrate Celtic culture in Southern Nevada. Like,
right.
Get it done. How do you do that? How do you do that when people just don't realize? I mean, let's talk about, like, bagpiping, right? Mm-hmm. Trying to get this fucking online piping thing off the ground for 2 months.
Right.
It's been going great, if you could tell.
I can tell. I still have heard nothing.
Yeah. Like, how do you get buy-in? Because all I had, like, let's look at the fucking Celtic Society. The greatest group of volunteers I have ever worked with. None of them throw. Well, very few of them throw. None of them play pipes. None of them dance. Like, their skill set is we throw a festival. We're festival volunteers. We know how to fucking do that.
Okay.
So how do you incorporate people who are more involved in the, like, satellite aspects of this thing and get all these people to fucking mesh together and actually make something better? Because, like, if an athlete has a problem, right, and they go to one of my volunteers are going to be like, I don't know shit about athletics.
Okay.
So what I need is people who are on the fucking festival side that know a lot about that. Same thing with, like, piping is a great example because our stewards are fucking solid.
Useless, you mean?
Well, they're more useful than any other fucking steward in any other games in the history of time.
Well, yeah, in the U.S. anyway, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're rock stars as far as the U.S. is concerned. Dude, how many fucking times have we been to events where stewards didn't even know which kilt was which and didn't even know how many bands there were?
Yeah,
I remember
Vegas games every year.
I remember us having a conversation in fucking Arizona with the head lead steward where he's like, all right, are all three bands here? And we're like, guys, there's 4 kilts. There's 4 fucking bands. Do you not know that there's 4 bands? And he's like, oh. I was like, bro, come on.
Yeah, they're all bad.
Or it's like, oh, well, you're at station 3 with Bruce. It's over there. I was like, no, it's not. That's fucking Bruce. And yeah, I just point and be like, no, like,
this happens at the Vegas games too, though. Like, the solo contests are horribly run. Horribly.
So what's a good example of a solo contest? Because everything's horrible.
Stewards that actually go find people and.
No, I'm saying, where have you been to an event that is like sets the tone?
I don't know, Pleasanton maybe. That, like, a really big one potentially. For the most part, they're all terrible at it because the stewards don't know anything about piping, and I think this is where your point was eventually going. Is like, it would be nice to have people that are volunteering that know something about it, so they know what they're trying to accomplish, or like who people are, or like what.
Well, part of that is you have to bring everyone in, and it's hard to do because everyone is, like, so fucking tribal.
Right. So going back, another point I think you were going to was, like, trying to get people in to the overall broader organization instead of all these little, like, I don't know what groups you're talking about, but maybe St. Andrews and Emerald Society, this, that, and whoever. I don't know who you're talking about.
St. Andrews, Emerald Society, fucking Las Vegas Pipe Band, fucking every dance group is 17 dance groups. Like, whatever the fuck is going on there. It's like, guys, everyone's got a row, or we cannot move the boat.
Well, you're assuming their goals are the same as your goals, which they are not. Like, my goals as a band leader are not the same as your goals as a Celtic Society leader.
Yeah, but it's also because you don't fully recognize the larger picture of raising all boats by having a fucking connected Celtic community in the area. And that goes back to tribalism. Like, you don't see,
I wouldn't say it's
you don't
not
see
for me.
You don't see a benefit in participating outside of your tribe.
No, it's not that. It's it would be a lot of work, extra work.
It's always extra work. That's what it is
on my part that I don't want to do.
But you do see a potential benefit.
I think it's possible. Yes. I mean,
so it's laziness then. When you say it's work you don't want to
do. It's long-term work that in the short term doesn't help what I need to get done. Correct.
Interesting.
So
just short-sighted.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, there's many ways to fucking skin this goat.
Skin the leather off this sheep.
My problem is, I just need to be more cohesive. I'm tired of bouncing around to all these people that could help each other.
Well,
it becomes exhausting when you get to a point where it's like, guys, you don't realize it, but we're all heading the same fucking direction. We might as well just row.
Are we though? I mean,
I think so.
If athletics can do nothing for me,
I don't think that's true.
What could they do for me?
I don't know, but I don't think that's true. And I think at the end of the day, okay, let's put it this way: you're going to throw a concert in November. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be great if you had volunteers to run ushering and shit?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Couldn't those be athletes?
I don't know. Maybe.
Couldn't they bounce motherfuckers who tried to come in that weren't supposed to be there?
I don't know. Maybe.
I know. This is why it's got to be this thing.
Yeah.
There's no moving forward.
It always seems like I'm the one that has to go first, meaning the music person is the one that's got to, because everybody wants a musician. Nobody rarely needs a fucking bouncer.
So that's actually we have gotten to nowhere near the show notes, but that's okay. But that's actually a very interesting point, because I think you're right. I fully agree with you that people want free music first. Mm-hmm. And that gets incredibly frustrating.
It's frustrating and just...
Well, and it's disrespectful when you think about
it. When it's taken advantage of, and you feel like you're taken advantage of.
And in Celtic organizations, more than other organizations, I feel like musicians are way more taken advantage of than anybody else. Because we have to have a piper at everything, right?
Right. I mean, yeah.
And that's fucking ridiculous. But I will say... It's not so much... I don't want siblings fighting each other. That's not what I'm looking to do. I want friends to be friends. So, it's not the pipers, the athletes, the dancers, the fucking, local musicians, all that. They're not siblings competing for dad's attention, in my mind. Well, they are right now, but they shouldn't be. What they should be is, this is a friend group I choose.
Right. But we don't have anything in common. I've never.
But you've also never spent any time with these people.
Well, I mean, they might be nice people and might end up being a friend. But what I mean is
But that's
I have personally. I'm only speaking for me, but I've never watched an athletic event really ever, and I just don't care to. It's not anything I'm interested in.
But that's the thing, right? This is the silver bullet of this, and I don't want to give this away on the stream, but apparently I'm going to anyway. The silver bullet is. Y'all have more in common than you think. And if you're looking for a friend group, or to expand your friend group, because you only have one friend, and it's me, and it's exhausting to be your friend. You could have more friends. And let's go fucking, I can't do this weekend, but they do practice on Sunday. Let's go on Sunday and just hang. Just drink coffee and fucking hang out.
Yeah, I'd rather play video games by myself.
Just try it. You can always play video games by yourself on Monday.
Sunday's my fucking day off, man. It's the only day off I have.
You gotta. I think that the silver bullet and the thing that's gonna get us past all the ruts that we're in, because guess what? Some of these people they're gonna have friends or kids that have no interest in throwing cabers and they want to play pipes,
right?
Because they saw you play pipes at a fucking athletics event. And they're like, I don't want to fucking flip tree poles. I want to play pipes. That looks way better. That looks like more fun. Mm-hmm. I don't want to bloody up my hands and ruin my back. I just want to put a kilt on and slay. So I'm gonna play pipes or drums so that I can, do music stuff and get fucked instead of fucking myself up by flipping things over.
Right.
I need a holistic approach, man, and I'm going to drag every fucking person kicking and or screaming into this world. There's no way around it. I've cut off all the exits, Fusco.
Yeah. I, as much as I conceptually think the idea is great, like as much like getting anybody to show up to a band practice, let alone do extra stuff. I just like
yeah, but you got to widen that. You got to widen that keyhole, man. And you're also going to have to accept the fact that you will be putting more work in than you will be receiving benefits from. Because that's just being in a society. That's how it works.
Yeah, but I don't have to.
No, you don't have to. But someone else will just do it instead. Like, you can be a hermit in the fucking corner playing P-Brox, and that's fine.
Right. There's a place for that too.
But do you want to? But you got to be. You know, I don't think you would settle for that. I don't think you would settle for not being a part of what comes next.
What comes next? What is the grand scheme?
This fucking everyone getting along and fucking doing shit together and having a good sesh.
We don't not get along. I don't.
Who's one athlete that you know?
I don't know anybody, but it doesn't mean I don't get along with them. It just means I don't.
It just means you don't.
Nothing them.
Yeah, you nothing them. Exactly. That's not sustainable.
Sure it is. I've done it for 20 years.
And how's that going? You were fucking blacked out on my carpet.
What does that have to do with anything?
2:00 in the morning.
What does that have to do with anything?
You need more. You need more.
I don't know. I need a better argument.
If you're gonna
than hanging out with athletes,
you need to make
bunch of meatheads.
You need to make sure that if you I'm never gonna make it be a bunch of meetings. I fucking hate meetings.
No. I said hanging out with a bunch of meatheads is what I said. But the last thing I need is more meetings. But hanging out in the park sounds fine, I guess. I don't know.
I just go have a tune. Gets my 100-day done.
Well,
and it's right by Dutch Bros. And you know me, I love my coffee.
Where is this? Where do they do this?
Paradise Park.
Okay.
It's going to be super fun for the non-Vegas.
I have no idea where that is. I don't even know where the...
It's like Trop and Swenson.
Oh, okay.
You know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, how do you get the dancers involved, and why do we... or whoever, like pick another group.
I figured you'd be more interested in the dancers getting involved, except for the fact they're all kids. But
I'm just picking a group. That's the next thing I would thought of. There's athletes, there's dancers, and there's pipers.
Well, the pipers have a lot more work to do with dancers than athletes. In my mind, the pipers and athletes is more of like a hang group.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, let's throw some shit, let's shred a tune, and just fucking hang out and have beers. The dancers aren't fun.
Right. Well, they're all kids.
That's the problem. They're all kids, and by the time they're not kids, they're retired from dancing because they've ruined their bodies.
Correct. They're
dancing.
like broken at 18.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know what to do about that yet.
Mm.
But there's something. I mean, there's still input, right? Like there's 17 fucking dance groups here for some reason, which I will never understand. Some are Irish, some are Scottish. There's disparate Scottish stuff. There's age-based stuff.
Well, it's because the teachers don't get along potentially.
Oh wow.
And that's
Do you
actual not getting along. That's not like it's not like they don't. They're not. I'm barely
they don't.
Where they exist.
Don't nothing. They don't nothing each other.
No,
they
hate
fucking hate each other.
Yeah, no, there's an actual thing there.
So Fusco, if I could solve that fucking problem, I could solve Palestine. Like, what do you want me to do? I can only do one thing at a time.
Can you solve our issue with our what would you call it? Our battle with the Emerald Society or whatever they're called. I don't even remember what they're called.
No.
Emerald Society group.
I don't think I can ever. I don't think I can ever sort that out. I give equal time to both groups. I feel like in a Highland Games capacity, in a pipe band capacity, I don't think I could ever sort that out. Only because, as much as I like a lot of the people that play in that band, they will never get past the mentality of. Good music is not fun. Like the time that it takes us to perform well takes the fun out of the band, and therefore the band should be fun, not good.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, like that's a common fucking theme among a lot of service bands. Can't do a Chain Rant podcast episode without shitting on a service band.
That wasn't my intent. That's not why I brought it up.
But knowing the people that are in there, a lot of whom I would like to think are still my friend and used to be my friends for sure. they decided that a pipe band should be fun, not good. Not realizing that a pipe band becomes fun once it's good.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of it's the cart before the horse, right? Like, no, we should just have sesh, and then the music will come later. It's like, no, make the music easy.
Right.
And then you can have all the sesh in the world. If you can fiddly fuck your way through the 4/4 set and it sounds good, then sesh.
Right. Their philosophy is diametrically opposed to ours or mine, whatever.
No, it's ours. It's everybody's.
Yeah. I mean, the other side of the pipe band world. And that doesn't mean we have to be enemies, but they definitely have become enemies.
Well, and it's nuts, right? Like I don't think they're enemies to anybody except you.
Yeah.
They fucking hate your guts.
Yeah. Because I actually took the time to want them to be good.
Well, because I think that you exposed something that they weren't ready to deal with. Like you exposed the facts like, hey, like you're playing shit.
Yeah, there are a bunch of cops who aren't used to being called out for shit, essentially.
Yeah, and it's like your playing's not good. I need your playing.
I need you to be better.
I need your playing to be good.
You're not gonna. Yeah, like I don't know. I haven't seen their roster in forever, but a lot of those people have been in our band at one point or another.
Yeah.
Or started here along the way.
A lot of them washed the fuck out.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so why does that make me the
a lot of them got benched and fucking went to go play with a band that would play them, and it's like, and now they're playing the same fucking 4 things.
So thus, why am I the enemy? Why am I the bad guy?
They're playing the same 4 things in a parade twice a year. Like, what the fuck you do?
Right. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, they can do that, but like, why can't you just try to be good at it? Like, why just be shit and choose to be that way?
I have ideas about this. I think that you probably did not take into account, because you assumed that service members had a little thicker skin.
I didn't even think that. I didn't think that one way or the other. I just treated them like everybody else.
You probably didn't take into account the fact that, like, when you told them they were crap, that they would just like shut down and be like, "Well, I quit then."
Right. I did not. Well, I didn't see that coming, but I mean,
and it's like, yeah, but like, it's like,
and I did not say that specifically.
I mean, the thing that I tell everybody is like, you have to suck before you get good.
Yeah, like everybody sucks.
Everybody fucking sucks, dude. I fucking was exhausted playing my.
I still suck.
Playing my day 19 out of 100 for the Dojo Challenge last night. I was exhausted. I played Smith's Gallon Fireman. It was shit. Like, I fucking recorded and I posted it.
Dude, we all still suck. I still suck. Like, and my hatred for my sucking is why
you try to get better. Yeah.
And they don't hate themselves enough, in my opinion.
I remember I had someone ask me after the gig we did at the fucking opening of the Virgin Las Vegas. I'm like, well, how long have you been learning bagpipes? And I was like, I'm still learning every day.
Yeah. That question is like how long?
Like, I've been playing for, or no, how long did it take you to learn?
That's the question.
Yeah, how long did it take you to learn bagpipes? And I was like, I'm still learning every fucking day.
Correct.
I've been doing it for 18 years. I'm still learning.
It's funny how consistent that question is, the way they ask it.
Because and nobody that's a musician would ever ask that question.
No, because you know better. But
because a musician knows, like, you're never done.
And that's fine. They don't know, but it's interesting that people think that way.
Nobody's ever just like, oh, I've got guitar down. I don't have to learn anymore.
I'm done. Yeah. I'm a master. Like that.
I'm the greatest guitar player of all time, and there will never be anyone that surpasses me. And then you're Dave Grohl at a concert, and a 17-year-old kid comes up and shreds out your soul.
Let's do a test. This will be interesting. Let's find somebody that nobody like that service or the Emerald Sided guys won't know. So we'll get some kid or something that and just put a mic on them and have them walk up to them at games and say, how long did it take you to learn? And see what their response is.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it took me 2 years. Like, do they have the mentality of, oh, I've done everything that I need to do?
You know the answer to that question.
I know it. Yeah. But I want to prove it.
You know they're going to be like, oh, I learned in 2.5 years. It's like,
yeah, like,
and you're still shit. Like
well, like I don't even care. I don't care about the result. I just want their mentality. I've
been playing for 20 years. I'm still shit.
Right. But I want to understand mentality. I wonder if that's true. Like, do they think they're done?
I do think that it's just like, it's a skill, right? And they're just like, oh, well, I've learned, I can play Scots, but hey, I've learned that skill. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, would you apply that to your like marksman training? Like,
right? They're constantly, they have to retest and retest and retest.
Yeah, like, would you apply that to your marksman training, your cardio? If you're in fire at EMS, like your knowledge of medic stuff, like, is that the mentality you would take?
No, of course not.
I've got it. I've got it, and it never changes.
But maybe it is.
The American Heart Association changes the CPR guidelines every fucking 2 years. Like,
but maybe they do think that. I don't know. Fuck if I know. But I mean, the thing that I guess that
grinds your gears.
Yeah, twists me about this is that these guys assume that I'm not human too. So as an example, like how many people have I put so much in time into, for them to then leave and go to this other band because
I can think of like 15.
They're almost their entire band.
Yeah.
Like, and let me tell you how much that pisses me off. And I just let it go. Like, I'm nice to them. I say hi when I walk by them. Like, Stuart hates me for whatever reason because I stole a gig of his apparently.
Or he didn't meet the minimum height requirement.
Or like Jason, for whatever reason, him and I were pretty good friends for a long time.
Dude, we were tight.
And all right, I gave you lessons and like
Jason the cop kids, not the firefighter. Different Jasons.
Which Jason's the firefighter?
The bald one.
No, that's Tony. You're thinking Tony.
The other
right?
bald one.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point being, like, hey man, I put a lot of time and effort into you. Like, yeah. I mean, maybe I charged you. Maybe a lot of times, maybe I didn't. Maybe I put a lot of extra time in driving to your house instead of you coming to me. Like, fuck you, man. Like, I'm the bad guy because I put effort into you and then you essentially go somewhere else. Like, that's bullshit too, man. But I let it go. Like, I'm nice to you when I run into you. I don't talk shit about any of these guys.
You have to have that mentality, man.
Not like Stuart's a cunt, but I never say anything about any of these guys. I could care less.
God,
like,
that's the only thing they're going to sound clip.
Right. They're going to pull that out of context and and then we'll have a Stephen McWhorter on our hands again.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like, you know, we talked about this a while ago where it's like, you know, the best thing you can do, right, if you're doing your job correctly, is get someone from 0 to like 45 miles an hour on bagpipes and they'll leave you.
If they leave you for something better, wonderful.
If they leave you to go
they leave you to go play in the service band, then go fuck yourself.
Well, it's like, yeah, what's your repertoire, dude? Is it 8 tunes? Like,
you can play the
what was the last thing you learned besides rakes and mallow?
Oh God. Yeah, no, it's a whole fucking thing. But going back to the original point is where we talked about dancers and them hating each other. Like, we have our, like, obviously I have my thing too.
There's plenty of drama in piping
because people want to lead their own thing.
It's okay. No group has more drama than fucking athletics.
Really? Wait, the sports guys, they have drama?
Split factions and he said, she said. It took me so long to get an athletics director that like wasn't a 16-year-old in high school when it came to like interpersonal relationships. Thank God I have a great athletics crew now. Mm-hmm. But the amount of extra work I had to put in to just be like, this is not a problem. The thing that you are saying is a big deal is not a big deal. You need to just fucking do your job.
Right.
Like, shut up, do your job.
Yeah, but we're talking about human beings who are really bad at that. They
just
love drama.
Shut up and do your job, man. Like, I'm not a Real Housewives guy. Like, it's not going to work for me.
But you're the exception.
The squeaky wheel does not get the grease. It gets replaced by a new wheel. Like, I have a proven track record of replacing squeaky wheels.
Yeah, but like when you're dealing with, this is gonna sound harsh, but like unskilled talent in a way, meaning like it's just another volunteer that's gonna run the thing, like organize people or whatever. Like, I mean, obviously there's a skill to managing people, but it's not like if I throw a piper out, like it takes me 8 years to replace him.
Oh, it takes me 15 minutes
or whatever.
Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
there's not as much human cost right. But that's also division and specialization, right? Like, it's a specialized thing. I can have a new person in the t-shirt booth in 20 minutes.
Yeah, like
you
can you count money?
You
Yes.
can't have a new piper on the line.
Just don't get one of the service band guys because they can't count the 4 apparently.
Well, or 3, or 6 out of 8, or
any of those. Any of this. That's gonna be the quote.
That's gonna be the quote. Oh, fucking Christ! Maybe I should just like maybe if I called it off over a radio like dispatch, like it's like Unit 321, we're going live by the rolls. Quick march.
Maybe they'll pay attention. I think it's just paying attention, man.
But yeah, I mean, this is like the worst grab bag ever. But I feel like we got some gold here. Definitely you're at it. But
Oh, fuck.
but no, like going back around, like it's just like the way that I look at it, right? And I have had the problem even since I moved back. Like even since I moved back to Vegas, I've had the problem of I'm looking at everything from like 30,000 feet up. And like not only 30,000 feet up, but like 10 years down the line.
Right.
Because I'm lazy and I want to make less work for myself in the future. So if we could just get everyone to fucking not be pandas now, imagine what it could be in the future. Could be fucking dope. But
describe the utopia that is the future. Of course, yeah. I want to know, like, what am I getting into?
Before I describe the utopia, here's the barrier to entry. The barrier to entry, in my mind, is that no one wants to be the first person to work more than they receive. Like, everyone's like, well, what's in it for me? If I'm going to put in 100, why am I only getting 70? And that's why everyone is just like, just a pain in the ass to wrangle.
Well, yeah, but of course, like, why do anything unless there's something in it for you? It's not like, I mean, humanity is not that way.
No, humanity needs to be that way. Like, that's why do anything if there's not something in it for you? Because no one else gives a shit about your shit. Like, okay, if there's no athletics, right? Maybe there's no Highland Games. If there's no piping, there's no Highland Games. If there's no Highland Games, what do the pipe bands do? What do the athletes do? Like, it's a house of cards, man. Like, everyone's got to fucking pull more than their weight.
Well, I mean, you do your own thing. Like, you do it yourself. And it's not like a massed, meaning like it's not like a Highland Games has 7 different topics or whatever. Athletics, dancing, whatever, all the various things. Yeah. Like, we put on a concert and then I don't that's my thing or whatever. Like, just as an example, like, you make your own thing. I don't know if the athletes would make their own thing. Maybe they probably would. I don't know.
Maybe like the backyard games we're doing in October or something like that. Maybe. But it's like at the end of the day, everyone can get. That's like a low tier, right? I love the concert. It's my favorite time of the year. It will never get bigger, better, or different without more interest and involvement. And the way you do that is by fucking low. You gotta get everybody together. You can have a backyard games with 20 competitors. Cool. Maybe there's a band there and it's 40. Maybe, like, you got to start pulling all this shit together, and rising tide, man. Lifts all fucking boats. All the boats are at 2. I want the boats to be at like 5 minimum.
Yeah. Okay. Is this why you asked me to participate in this thing? And then I don't remember what it was.
No, the reason I asked you is because the potential probably failed competing event is going to have a service band, and I want to make sure everyone knows the difference. We talked about this.
Say this again.
We talked about this last night.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
any
you
of
blacked
this.
out.
What happened?
So there's a potential athletics style event in September, run by a person who used to be affiliated with my organization.
Okay.
Which will probably never see the light of day, but they've already confirmed a service band of your favorite service band.
Sure. Okay.
And I was like, well, I would like people to know what good bagpipes sounds like. And you get a little.
You didn't call us, did you?
You get a little rivalry points in.
See,
when I described this to you,
you never told me this to start off.
So when I described this to you in detail, which I cannot do on the Chain Rant podcast, I cannot use the details that I used when we were at the bar last night when you were blacked the fuck out.
That last night isn't the first time you brought it up. You brought it up a week ago.
I brought it up
via text.
Wow, yes.
Hey, will you do this?
But when I brought it up last night, your exact response was, "Yeah, fuck them. We'll fucking outplay them."
Well, I hope so. I mean, that was me being very optimistic about our abilities.
Oh, you got fucking 6 months, man. Get your shit together. Get your fucking band together. You're a pipe major, aren't you?
They got to show up. You got to actually be willing to go to a thing in person.
You're a pipe major, aren't you?
I sort of.
Yeah, so get your fucking ducks in a
row. Hey, man, I have practice every week. People don't fucking show up.
You accept this?
Every other week we do it in person, and it's you and me and maybe Bill if he's off.
Start pulling kills.
Actually, I do appreciate Rick coming down because Rick comes down all the way from fucking.
That's nuts, man.
Where does he live?
St. George.
St. George.
Just outside St. George.
If he can make it, he drives down, which is great. And of course, Jeremy comes up from Yuma. But like, I wish my local people were as dedicated as those two guys. Fucking pipe bands, man.
Start pulling kilts.
Fuck them.
So we have a voicemail, by the way.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, let's get to it. Who was it from?
This is from Keith A.
I don't even know who that is, but okay.
Hi, Channer and crew. I don't know if you can hear me or not. It's Keith Alexandrovich coming to you live from Whitehorse, Yukon, up here in Canada. I figured right now, while I'm pushing the fucking 5 centimeters of snow that fell on us last night, that I could listen to the Channer Ant podcast. But unbeknownst to me, my auxiliary cable's a giant piece of shit. So I figured I'd drop you guys a voicemail instead. Just wanted to say I love the show. I just started listening here a couple weeks ago. Love what you guys do. Love the drunken banter.
What the fuck is he doing?
And
He's driving a plow.
love when you guys have the moments of clarity, especially when Cahill's on. I don't know if he's still with you guys or not. But
He's behind.
those deep conversations about a lower level band trying to make it in the bagpipe world. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep listening as long as you guys keep yammering. And we'll talk to you again soon. Keep her sleazy, fellas.
Man, he started from the beginning, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. He still got Cahill.
He's still got Kale in his brain.
Yeah. Cheers, Keith. For fuck's sake, drive safe through 5 centimeters. So that's 1 Fusco cock length of snow. Soft.
God damn, man. That's fantastic. A new listener. We always love new listeners. So share with your friends, because it's tough times out there, and people need to laugh. And,
People need to occasionally just take the piss, like we've been doing. In
we
this
should get Cahill back. I haven't talked to him in, well, I talked to him a couple months ago, but just really briefly. Like, hey, man, you're still alive? Okay, cool. Later.
Will you vamp while I'm trying to read the comments? For fuck's sake, you're a professional radio host.
I'm thinking, goddammit. So I think I might have to reach out to Cahill and see if we can get him back on and do a Cahill corner just for old time's sake.
just one for the road.
Oh.
Well, that actually, while we're talking about future episodes, that brings me into, I'm skipping over a ton of show notes. All right, let me do them quick. Join the Discord. Fuck you, Prince Philip. Become a patron. There's an embroidered hat and beanie in the store. Dirtbag Olympics Part 5, channerant.com/dirtbag. Do your submissions for any dirty stories. Dojo ad, 100-day challenge. channerant.com/suckless gives you a $1 premium test drive, not $1 off.
You got it right.
And, yeah, well, I'll
insert
I'm taking
MacLellan ad here.
I'm taking it off of the fucking show notes if I don't get my check.
Hey, I billed him. We're good.
Good. Make sure you build Doogie.
But, so, what was I going to... Oh, Dirtbag Olympics, just to go back to that real quick. Get your stories in. We promise it'll be anonymous. And Ross has agreed. I listened to that episode because I put it out because I had to listen to it to make sure we didn't...
He's going to read one?
He's going to read one, yeah.
Well, I think we should get Ross...
So somebody get a horrible story in so we can get Ross to read it.
Yeah, we should get Ross. We should get Isla. And then we need
really
Dell
proper.
back, dude. We
Yeah,
need
Dell.
either Dell or Joe to come back and do... Because they're veterans. They're veterans of the Dirtbag.
Maybe what we should do with them is have them record it.
I think we should have everybody record it because of time zones.
Yeah,
that's what worked
Try
best.
to do that live was hard.
That's what worked best. What worked best in the past was pre-record.
Yeah. But still, make them read it raw.
All right, and speaking of reading it raw, this episode of the Channer Ant Podcast is brought to you by our sponsor. This episode of the Channer Ant Podcast is brought to you by MacLellan Bagpipes, proudly made in North America by artesian bagpipe maker Roddy MacLellan from Eust, Scotland. At MacLellan Bagpipes, they don't strive to be the biggest, fastest, or the cheapest. They do, however, meticulously craft a small number of the best-sounding and most beautiful-looking bagpipes in the world since their beginning in 1988. Over the years, MacLellan Bagpipes has established a solid reputation for rich, warm, and stable tone, created with incredible craftsmanship and instruments of heirloom quality and unparalleled beauty. Head to BespokeBagpipes.com to learn more about their innovations like the new Elevation Chanter, which features a lower-pitched richness inspired by the classic top hand of older chanters and sustainable solutions like the Revelation Bagpipe. A Delrin instrument featuring bores lined with a cellulose polymer sleeve, giving you the structural benefits of a Delrin instrument while maintaining a refined wood-like sound. Check out MacLellan Bagpipes' diverse line of instruments and learn more about their restoration work on vintage bagpipes by visiting their website at bespokebagpipes.com. MacLellan Bagpipes, born in Scotland, made in the USA. Nailed it. MacLellan ad right there.
Wow, what a great ad.
See how we do? Yeah. What a great ad, read by a superb voice actor who is now taking bids on Fiverr.
How's that working out for you? Making any money at the...
I'm not making any money doing anything. Man.
Right, exactly.
I make my money the old-fashioned way, down at the glory hole.
Hey, if you're interested in calling in today, we have a voice number that you can call.
Oh, shit. I need to add that to the permanent show notes. So what's the number?
It is... You ready? 702?
Oh, my God. It keeps flashing lights at me. Okay, keep
483?
Cat?
7762. That is the voicemail for the
That is the
Chanarant
Chanarant direct line.
You can call in directly, and if you want to open up your voice and do that, you can. Or I can do it. But
I think I will have to if we're gonna be able to hear it.
Right. So we want to start taking calls live on the show.
So we're gonna just Chanarant after dark everybody.
Well, we want them to call us.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
All grab bag episodes are gonna be basically just Chanarant after dark.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Which is the most hated segment that we've ever
Most
done.
hated segment in the history of time.
Everybody hates Chanarant After Dark. It's mostly because it's a lot of us calling people and nobody answering.
Speaking of calling people and nobody answering, did you finally get deleted by Isla on Facebook, or did she keep you on?
As soon as the interview was over, she was like, block. No, I'm just kidding. But that would have been a baller move if she did.
It would have been a Chanarant move for sure.
She should have Chanaranted me. No, she still talks to me, unfortunately, for her. But she did an interview with Rab today. Did you know that?
I did know that, but I didn't listen because
Well, it's not live, I don't think.
I
Is it? Does he do it live?
No, he doesn't do the interview portions. I think he does like a mix between the Fuse Valley Money show and then
right.
interviews. I don't know. I'm not Rab's producer. I'm my producer.
What I love about that is we talked
scooped
about this
it.
privately. We got a scoop before Rab did. Finally, my penis has led us to the promised land of getting a scoop. Some hot chick on the internet,
and it's shaped like a scoop. So
that's true. That's
yeah.
true. So take that, Rab.
Yeah, Rab.
We got her first.
Maybe if you had more sex appeal.
Rab is very sexy
to me, but I don't know to the general public.
I think it's the voice.
Well, that does it for me. Yeah, the voice does it for me. He seems like he'd be good at spooning. He'd be a good cuddler.
You think he's a better big spoon or little spoon?
I think he would have to be little spoon with me, just because of sheer physicality, right? Like,
dude, I would be willing to bet.
The problem is, if I little spoon Rab, I wake up very reliably with a fucking 6 to midnight morning erection at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, I
would like Rab to know that if we're spooning and I pop a stiffy, it's not necessarily that I'm sexually attracted to him. It's just my body is very regular.
I would be willing to bet good money that Rab and his wife pegs him.
That's the part that you want to put on the air?
Yes. Quote me on that one. Let's call her. Let's call Rab's wife right now.
No, do not do that.
And find out who pegs who.
The funniest thing is I'm going to get the fucking either in the chat on the YouTube channel or via text or Facebook. He's going to be like, I had to look up pegging.
Correct.
And,
Rab, have you looked up two girls, one cup yet?
No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
Definitely do it. So, do we get through everything on the show notes already?
Golden, baby. Why don't you vamp for a
I
bit?
do want to take a second. Instead of going all negative
kill
on service
20
bands,
kill 20 more minutes.
Instead of going all negative on service bands, I want to instead of ranting, I want to do something positive.
Okay. Much like your herpes test, you want this to be positive.
Correct. I want to celebrate what it is to be a good student versus ranting about bad students. And what brought this into my head was Yon package that I picked up was a gift from a student of mine. He gave me 3 of the Pete Rock books that he bought because he bought like the big full version of them, and I guess I'm not 100% sure why, but so that was really nice. You know, gifts for your teachers. That's always nice.
I find the best gift for a piping instructor is money.
Money or whiskey.
Or whiskey, yeah.
But I like books too. Like people do give me books from time to time, and I, it's always nice to have more stuff to reference.
Build out your library.
Build out your library, exactly. And because books are expensive, generally piping books are expensive.
Yeah, especially if you're fucking the Ross Miller book that we won't name until I get a pay through link.
Yeah, I bought it. I'll share it with you illegally. I'll photocopy it and post it.
Or the new Isla Stout.
Isla Stout
book.
And James Stout, yeah.
Yeah, Isla and James Stout book, which has inferior cover artwork to Ross's.
You think so? Well, his is a picture. Have you seen hers?
Yeah. I'm just assuming that it's going to be inferior.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, of course his is a picture. It's a fucking cover of a book. What?
No. What I mean is it's a photograph, like versus a design. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Hers is a design. What was I going to say? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Positives about students, like what I appreciate about people that are good students. What do you think would make a good student, Josh, as opposed to the opposite of being a shit student? Besides gifts and whiskey.
Yeah, I don't think... Well, I think gifts can be a crutch, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I fucked up and I'm going to get you a whiskey because I haven't been a good student. I think that the biggest thing in my mind is being respectful of your instructor's time.
Huge.
Even though you're paying for a portion of that time, it's a two-way street, right? Like they're being respectful of your time and energy and investment, and you have to be respectful of theirs. If you don't fucking talk to me for a week, if you show up fucking 20 minutes late, like that's kind of cunty, right? It's like, hey, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And there's always going to be one-offs.
Sure. I mean, once in a while is not a big deal.
Yeah, like once in a while it's no worries, but like when you're reliably unreliable.
But also, respectful of time, meaning the way I interpreted it when you first said it was being prepared. Like
being prepared and doing
being
homework.
On time, of course.
I mean, there's lots of facets to this. Yeah. So being on time, that's like the lowest level tier. Like you're just basic humaning at that point. Like, cool, great job. You're an adult. Like you showed up where you said you were going to be. You're an adult. Great.
We are starting at zero.
Yeah, we're starting at zero. But showing up prepared. I mean, we had this conversation even like in the early stages of pandemic through to the mid stages through to the late stages where we'd be doing these fucking Zoom calls. And it's like, oh, well, I don't have the music or my metronome handy. And it's like, where did you think you were going? Like,
like when you showed up here today,
like
onto the Zoom call, which was band practice.
When you clicked join link, like what do you think we'd be doing? Did you think we'd be playing music to a metronome? Because you should have. You should have assumed.
What did we do last week? We played music to a metronome.
Music to a fucking metronome, right?
Yeah, that's remarkable. That is a good point.
I was like, all right. Like for me, that's a level of respect and preparedness, right? Like, hey, like I'm showing up with the tools I need. Like the fact that I had to, God, I think it was like 2 months in last year to the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I had to be like, all right, this is the list of things, and I had to send it to everyone. Where I was like, this is the fucking list of things that I expect you to show up with. I expect you to have your fucking chanter. I expect you to have your fucking music either in book form or digital form readily available. I expect you to fucking have your settings go so that I can fucking hear you or not hear you. And you have a fucking metronome or do it on your, or here's 2 metronome apps on your phone. I even listed, I was like, here, download one of these to your phone, iPhone, Android, whatever.
Right.
I was like, guys, this is not rocket science.
Well, again, we're trying to be positive here at the Channery Podcast. So a good student would show up with all these things.
They would show up.
And there are people out there that do that, and I really appreciate that.
The chanter, ready to go, fucking metronome, have the music on hand. Guess what? You don't know what we're going to be working on that night? Cool, bring it all.
That's true, too. Just in case.
Have your book.
I wonder how some people
you have
got
we have a repertoire of what? Like 12 tunes? Like we have nothing.
Like, especially lately, we've simplified the shit out of it.
Yeah. Like, how do you not have... If you don't have 12 tunes on hand, drop of a hat, I'm going to fucking shoot you into Mars. Like...
Yeah.
As Seamus would say, go make a peanut butter sandwich while Josh sharpens the axe.
Doesn't he say that about holding notes? Like, Sit on that note, make a peanut butter sandwich, and then go on, or something like that.
Make sure you bring your pillow, because that's what you're gonna be sitting on the bench.
Yeah. So what else? What else does it makes a good student?
Those are the most important things to me. Those are my biggest pet peeves. I think is like timeliness and preparedness are huge. But also I think that honesty is a big thing. If you didn't do the fucking homework, you need to tell me.
Can't you not tell regardless?
Of course I can tell. But that's the thing that drives me nuts, right? Like you're not going to do the homework and then you're going to like see if I notice.
You gonna bullshit me through this?
Of course I fucking notice.
Yeah.
Like a great student to me, right, would be like, hey, you gave me this to work on last week, and I didn't do it. So can I reschedule our lesson? I'm gonna work on this stuff that you gave me. I'm gonna reschedule, like blah 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. Don't waste my time. Don't waste yours. Like,
well, reschedule, but with notice.
Yeah, like
that's
fucking a couple days.
Usually.
You know the day before our lesson that you didn't do a week's worth of homework. Right? Like,
were you planning to like scramble the last day and really get it in?
And for me, it's just like yeah, like give me that goes back to number one, which is like be respectful of time, right? If you didn't fucking do anything or improve anything, why do I have to spend an hour listening to you for fucking $30? Like.
Well, I mean, because what else you got to do for $30? For you, I mean,
fucking back to the glory hole.
Make better money at the glory hole.
Going to the glory hole. Gonna get my weekly pay.
No, I appreciate it when students are prepared. So this is the thing that's interesting about teaching people outside of band, and I'm going to try to keep this positive so it doesn't look like I'm negatively talking about the band people.
That's why I'm pouring a drink.
But what's interesting is what's cool is that I have students, basically all the students that I teach privately at this point are all people that want to be there, which in a band setting, and I say this about the dojo often, it's like a whole bunch of people that have a similar mentality. We're not like just people that happen to be in the same area and then it's vastly different motivations.
They have to self-motivate somewhat because they're logging on to do it, right? Like it's not like we have where you're dragging people kicking and screaming.
That's what I mean, though. But that's why they're there. It's not. I don't think being there is what's creating their motivation. They're motivated, so they're there. You know, it's the same, but the other way around. But what's interesting is students in particular that are motivated to do it are so much more enjoyable to fucking work with. Like it's. Like I could get paid what I charge for somebody like a local person, which I've done. And I was having this discussion with Angel the other night. He was asking me about like students and how many I have, stuff like that. I'm like, I don't teach anybody locally at all anymore. Like he's like, wait, nobody in the band? Like I said, I kind of used to work with this guy, this girl, whatever. Like, but no, like I have no interest in working with somebody that I'm gonna have drag into wanting to do something. Like
that's why
I don't need that. I don't have that.
Like that's why I stopped fucking doing it because it was such a fucking drain.
Yeah, it really is. And I think at our level, at a grade 4 level, that's the people you're dealing with most of the time. Like for example, Kyle works with our drummers, right? And Kyle, I heard him talking to Tim the last time he was here, and he was like, Kyle never charges his own people. Meaning, if you're in his drum corps, he will work with you regularly, but he doesn't charge you. I guess that's what he said to Tim. So, which is interesting. Like, I would love to do that, except I don't want to fucking drag your ass to have to do it.
Dude, I used to do that.
Like, I get I see how that can be incredibly helpful and beneficial.
I used to do that, and nobody took me up on it.
Like, they still have to want to do it.
Like, I remember, I used to tell people all the time, remember, I used to do fucking Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Here. I'm like, hey, anybody can come. We'll do coffee. Like, we'll fucking knock out some tunes for an hour. Like, no worries. And that was like the auxiliary practice. And fucking people just didn't come. Right. And I'm like, dude, I'm offering up my time. And I'm not fucking Stuart Little. But I can teach you. I can make your Irish set not shit.
Well,
yeah. And it's just like, dude, like, I remember I booked the time. I would do it. And I'd have like one or two people. It would be like Max and Daniela would maybe come.
Right. But then like a week or two, and then they'd fall off.
And then yeah, everyone just fell off, and I'm like, fuck.
They used to do it though. Remember like back in the like Mike and Evelyn days, like they used to have their Saturday practice, but it wasn't like being taught. It was
That's
like,
a problem.
Hey,
Yeah,
we're just
it was
jamming.
a jam. It
was
wasn't a practice.
Correct. It was. I mean, they would focus on specific things, but it was more.
But there was nobody. There was no teacher there.
Correct.
You
But
know?
maybe that's why it was successful in the sense that like they weren't getting hammered.
It was probably successful.
Meaning people showed
teamwork
up.
wise and people showing up, but it wasn't successful musically because you have a bunch of people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about trying to coach each other. That's a fucking.
At least they're doing something though. I'd rather them do that than nothing.
Yeah, but it's also a fucking. It's a circle jerk of inability, right? Like, what do you do at that point? You have a bunch of people who don't really know what the fuck they're talking about, helping each other out,
But at least they're
and just
practicing.
reinforcing bad fucking things.
I don't know. I don't think that's a bad.
I'm okay with people getting together in practice, but I just don't want a bunch of students teaching students.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. It was a jam, and like there was somebody sort of leading the way to a certain
Also,
extent.
great episode title in that one: "Circle Jerk of Inability." There you go.
We already got an episode title.
We got like 7, man. I'm rattling them off. You got to keep in mind, I started drinking when I thought you were coming over.
Arguably dumb, and
Arguably, dumb's probably the winner.
circle jerk of what?
Inability.
That's funny. Yeah. But hey, I was happy that they were doing something.
I'm
Granted,
just
I
glad
went to
people
one or
were-
two of those back in the day, and I was like,
Well, yeah. Okay.
"Wait,
Wait.
you guys are doing this all wrong."
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't want to be.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Describe the scene that you came in on, and tried to be nice, and therefore didn't say anything. Because I guarantee you attended one of these.
I did once or twice, just
So what
just
was
to be social.
What did it look like, and where did you bite your tongue? Because
I remember Mike
because-
and Evelyn being there. There was probably others. I think Paul.
Fuck you. I guarantee you were like chomp. You.
Oh, I
chomped
wanted to
your-
jump in
Yeah.
because I was like, you guys are doing this horribly wrong. But like, the only thing I can remember is, and this is the good thing that Mike did, because Mike would sort of take charge because he was sort of like a pipe corporal.
Yeah,
for
he
us
was
back
great,
then.
man.
In like the pipe grade 5 something or something, I don't remember. But anyway, Mike would sort of be leading it. But one thing that they were doing is they were working with a metronome, one of the ones with the lights, and Mike put a sticker on the light for the short note, like, and they were like, meaning like, you know, those flags you put in like
Yeah.
a notebook or whatever. And it had like, this is where you're trying to put the short note. And they were like, so they were doing something theoretically positive, or trying to. That was the thing that was like, hey, that's a good idea, Mike. But the rest of it was like them doing fundamentals poorly. Like, so, but I didn't want to take over. Like, this is your guys' thing. Like, I'm just here to fucking have coffee with you guys and socialize, because, apparently you have to be.
But yeah,
nice.
this is also why like Marines will beat the goon squad state militia in fucking anything. It's just because like you're not doing it right. You're not
training correctly.
You're not training correctly, and you're still training. So if you're not training correctly, and you're still training, what habits are you ingraining in yourself? Bad habits.
But you can say that about anybody that practices. You can't be with your instructor 100% of the time, like every time you practice, right?
You can if you go to chanarant.com/suckless and get a $1 Dojo Premium test drive.
Right.
For 30 days, you can have unlimited access to people who work on the internet for a living, teaching bagpipes.
It's like 15
And
classes a week.
The worst person that they have on their staff is Fusco, and he's still pretty good. He's probably better than the fucking pipe sergeant in your local service band. So for $1,
For $1 for a month, just try it out.
might
and
as
see
well
What you think.
might as well
Jesus.
see if you like it.
Yeah, why not, man?
For fuck's sake, take the rhythm course, you fucking cucks.
Please, for the love of God, learn.
Please,
learn
for the
what
love
a
of
beat
God,
is.
learn rhythm.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, like I'm always concerned about that kind of thing. And, this kind of weirdly goes back around to this, united fucking Celtic Las Vegas idea that I have.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, how do you do that, right? How do you get fucking... Let's not even talk about pipers and athletes and dancers hanging out. Let's talk about pipers and pipers hanging out. If you can't even get fucking people who are in the same band to show up at practice, how the fuck do you get them to socialize? And then
They don't. We've
take
tried.
that to step 7. How do you get them to socialize with other pipers who have just committed to not doing it well because they think a poor performance is an act of defiance somehow.
Yeah, they're like, it's like a teenage girl trying to fucking annoy their father.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna annoy you, Dad, by fucking taking up the ass from this big black dude that lives next door. And it's like, I mean, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted you to fucking, if you love taking up the ass from the big black dude next door, then chase your bliss.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that, but I do wonder. Fuck, I don't know, man. Like the social aspect. Here's an example. Like Barb Babs, who's our band treasurer.
Haterade
came up with the sent me something recently about like, hey, there's you can do group tickets for the local baseball team. The triple. I don't know what fucking level they are. AAA, I think. But
they're gonna be shit anyway. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
as long as there's dollar beers, dollar hot dogs. I'm in.
But she's like, yeah, we can do group tickets. We can get this reserved area and get food and whatever. It's all in. Whatever. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Nobody will fucking go.
It'll be you, me, and her.
It'll be you, me, and her, and
Court and Kelly.
Kelly will show up. Yeah, but I'm like, I haven't.
What's the minimum? Because I still think we should do this.
I think it's 20.
Oh fuck! I don't have 20 people. I'll get fucking games volunteers. I'll get athletes.
I don't want to hang out with them.
We'll all have fun.
It's supposed to be a band thing.
Fuck the band.
No, man, we got to bring people together. I'm gonna put out a poll and just see if people are interested, because people still aren't hanging out. So people are not going out in public.
I could get 7. We got 7 people for the biggest bagpiping day of the fucking year. How many do you think we're gonna get for a fucking baseball game?
For a social
for
thing.
A shitty ass team.
It's not about the team though. It's just going to a baseball game.
I know
fun,
it's not the team.
Regardless.
I know it's not about the team. I want to drink dollar beers and eat $7 hot dogs.
Right. But
Like
the hot dogs are included.
Not a $7 hot dog. 7 $1 hot dogs.
Well, you're in luck because the food's included. So if you,
I'm gonna go nuts.
I think it's 20. It could be 40. I think it's 20 minimum. But anyway, neither here nor there. The point is,
could you imagine trying to do something like that though, and you had the backing of a larger thing where it'd be like, hey, only 7 band members are gonna show up, but we still want to do this. Okay, cool. Let's get 20 volunteers in. Like,
well, no, we'll just open it up to more people. Like, meaning, like, here's if you want to go to a game and hang out with us, put it on the internet.
This is the move. You are coming along. You're coming along on this journey. You're so close.
This is a band thing. I don't care that the athletes.
Yeah, it's going to be a band thing. It's going to be a band thing that you're inviting other people to.
I mean, our friends and family. I don't care who it is, but it's not like, all right, let's do this grand scheme and invite the athletes and the dancers to do this thing, because they're not going to participate.
But you're coming around.
I'm really not. I just want to go to the fucking baseball game. I don't really care otherwise. But,
I'm game, and baseball is the most boring sport, so I'm still game.
Yeah, baseball's boring, but it's like being at a ballpark is fun.
I just want to drink beers and eat hot dogs.
Correct. Exactly. And hang out with your friends, the 4 people that'll show, which will be me, you, Kelly, and Barb.
Or hang out with my friends, the 20 people that'll show if you open it up.
Great. I get to hang out with 20 strangers that I don't want to fucking...
Well, they're only strangers to get to know them, dickhead.
Are these people that great? Why do you want me to be friends with these fucking
Have
people?
you just decided that your circle of friends is going to be like 3 people? Is that it?
That's my... Yes. I'm an introvert, motherfucker. I don't care. I don't want a broad swath of
I don't give a
friends
fuck.
that
I don't give a fuck
have,
what you want to do. Do it anyway.
To have the same conversation with 17 times.
Yeah, I don't care. Do it anyway.
Let's talk about the weather. Oh, God almighty.
Nobody's going to talk about the weather. Just fucking do it anyway. You need more friends. I need you to pass out on someone else's floor once a week because I have fucking shit to do.
At 3 a.m, you got nothing better to do. Come on. And was I there this morning?
Not when I woke up.
I was respectful enough to be gone.
Yeah, but you can't lock the door behind you.
Well, that's true. I can't. Yeah. I mean, put a fucking normal doorknob on, for fuck's sake.
Fuck you.
Then I could lock it.
Your alcoholism is my door's fault?
Dude, you're the only person with a fucking door like that I've ever seen in my life.
Always.
Well, deadbolt's fine. Along with a normal knob that has a lock on it. Have 2.
That's not secure.
Have 2. 2 locks is less secure than 1?
No, 2 locks is dumb. 1 big lock. The door's open or the door's not open.
Okay, but it seems dumb to me. I would have a door that closes normally. Like
Cool, man. When I fucking take advice on fucking security measures for the house, when I can see my sink from the fucking shitter, I will let you know.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
1, fuck you. 2,
Nothing.
lock is a fucking lock.
I've just always wanted to poop in your house.
Why?
Because I don't know. I've never done it. Because we're always both in there.
Well, why would you be there alone? First of all,
I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We're pretty close friends, right? Like, we've seen a lot of stuff. I don't think I want to poop through a curtain with you in the room, like trying to like play video games or whatever. Like,
I don't want you to poop there either.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm okay with that. Like, I just go pop a squat outside.
I like when Angel comes over to your house and just poops.
To my house?
It's been a while, but he's done.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's been a hell of a while.
That guy can lay some track,
dude. We fucking watched because I was mansplaining 4K 60 FPS to my girlfriend who already knows plenty about it and just puts up with me. And so I streamed the fucking Steam Train set to the TV, which is like an actually above 1080p TV. I think it's 4K TV. Oh my god.
Is it recorded in 4K? That set? I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. That one was in 4K. It looks fucking amazing. And it actually sounds pretty good. And Angel...
Except for the big flub in the middle.
Angel fucked up once, but he got back on track, which is insane to me because...
Because once you're off on that one,
you're off on Steam Train, dude. I don't know how he got back. And it's not...
Just like anything. If you know it well enough, you just get
It's not super noticeable. Like... I mean, the flub is pretty noticeable, but I was like watching. I was like, "How the fuck did he retrack himself?"
I don't even know that was him. I didn't know it was him. I don't know who it was, but
you can see it.
Can you see his like?
Yeah. No, he didn't do any. He didn't, dude. He made a mistake like a professional. He didn't do any facial cues, nothing. Just like got his hands back on and started playing again.
That's remarkable. Angel did anything as a professional? I don't understand,
dude. This is like the most professional fuck up of his entire career. He nailed it. Because he literally like fucked up, didn't like really make a head movement or anything, and then just like went back in and started playing.
Got back in, yeah. That's cool. That's good.
It was golden.
What was your point in all this? You were watching on this TV?
It's a very nice resolution on the TV.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, what's the point of any of this? What's the fucking point of this podcast?
No, I was trying to get back to why you started. Why
are we grab bagging? We're at 124. End it. Put me out of my misery.
I'm just trying to understand why you brought it up. Was there a point? Apparently not. That's fine.
There's no point.
So it looks good. So go to our Las Vegas YouTube / what the fuck is it? YouTube.com/Las Vegas Pipe Band. And I don't even think that's what it is.
But, just fucking hit Las Vegas Pipe Band.
Look at our Steam Train set. Yeah. Apparently it's good. I haven't barely listened.
It's pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised. The only thing that I really stood out to me was me playing the fourths, I believe. No, maybe the thirds. I think it was the thirds. Me playing the thirds and the volume, my bagpipe was significantly louder.
That it always is.
Well, not anymore.
Well, yeah.
New bagpipe's good.
Yeah, no, that's the only issue is...
well, usually you'd have like 6 people playing it.
You would have more. You would balance it more.
We would have had 6 people if 6 people could fucking play it.
If they could learn it.
We only had 3 people that could play it, plus me.
Right. 4. Yeah. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing when you want to do cool stuff. Sometimes people just can't do it. Assuming you think Steam Train's cool, but it's okay. I guess.
Well, and if you think Steam Train's cool, enjoy bagpiping in 1996. Dope.
That too, yeah.
But we had to do it.
We had to do something because we had to kill time somewhere. Like, hey,
we had to do it at some point, right? Like, it's so overplayed.
It is, but I mean, it's like it's that thing that like people newish to pipes wanna. That's like one of the first cool things they hear, so they want to do it eventually.
Well, it's like try being the Rolling Stones and playing a gig and not playing Satisfaction. Like, how's that going to go?
Right, you got to do it.
Like,
we've got to play.
Even if you hate that tune,
an Amazing Grace, apparently.
Even if you fucking hate that tune, you got to fucking play it.
Yep. Your encore. Guess what your encore always is? Scald and the Brave.
The Scald and the Brave finale / clusterfuck upstairs.
Hey man, people love it. What are you gonna do?
So Fusco, we've had a phenomenal grab bag episode.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe just fucking be positive. I thought the whole thing was you're gonna be positive.
I am. Cock. I'm being middle of the road, which is positive for me.
Superb. What do you have for final thoughts?
Final thoughts are next week's gonna be better.